What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Downs with Mr. Dugai. And tonight, I'm going to take an in-depth look at the Eagles preseason opener tonight. We do fall to the Baltimore Ravens 20-19. I wanted to end this streak so bad. We came so close, but more importantly than that, just my view on the players who played tonight. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm going to have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'll have my Xbox One gamer tag in the description box. And also, man, on Sundays, which is tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central to 12 p.m. Central, tune in to Big Time Sports Talk. I co-host with Mike the Bandit, man. Download the 103.3 The GOAT app to listen. And if you want to call into the show, I'll have the telephone number down in the description box. And if you call in, say Mr. Dugai sent you. Looking at the breaking down the Eagles preseason game and each position back tonight. First starting off with the quarterback position, Mariota went out there for a couple of series. Didn't necessarily do great throwing the ball. Did have, a couple of nice scrambles, including on a third and 12 or something like that. Did get some, delay game penalties, which frustrated me with him being a veteran. Overall, he our backup quarterback, yo. Is he great? Is he a long-term answer? No. You always hope that your backup don't never have to play, but he's somebody that can run the offense and do a lot of RPO stuff. I don't really like him as a thrower of the football. I don't think he's a very good passer. But nevertheless, a veteran out there. The guy I was the most impressed with tonight was Mckee. Our 6th-round rookie from Stanford. Dude got a live arm, man. Not only does he have a live arm, he's very decisive. He's very confident. He's a great leader. You can see his leadership skills. I think honestly, not this year. He's young. They're gonna roll with Mariota. But I think the following year he has a real shot to be the Eagles' backup quarterback behind Jalen Hurts. That's how impressed I was with him tonight. Just his overall pocket presence, his decisiveness, his accuracy. Though the numbers will kind of skew you on his accuracy. I think the numbers say he was 10 to 20. I felt like he threw the ball really, really well. So that's what I thought he was the most impressive quarterback. The least impressive quarterback was Ian Book. My goodness, man. Look, I talked to Saints fans, and Saints fans have told me that this guy is terrible. Like, they never want him. He's not even welcome back in New Orleans. And I'm starting to get that way with Philly, man. The complete opposite of Mckee. Like, now look, I ain't watched the whole 22 to know if no receiver was creating separation or what, but like, dude, where's your back shoulder throws? Like, when a receiver is really covered, you can hit him with a back shoulder. Mckee did that quite a bit. Ravens quarterbacks did that quite a bit. He just looked like somebody that don't know what he's looking at. He running around out there like he crazy, like he's never played organized football in his life, and just not throwing the ball. Honestly, I feel like we got our 3 quarterbacks. Is really no use for him, but we'll see. I feel like him playing, that could have been more extra time for Mckee. Mckee would have finished this game. I felt like we had a chance to win. But, you got to test out all these guys, and maybe one preseason game ain't enough to determine that. But in my eyes, we got our 3rd-string quarterback. You could let Ian Book go about his business. Offensive line wasn't great. Dennis Kelly got beat really bad on one play, and I was disappointed in him because he's a veteran. Dude been around for like 12 years, man. You can't get beat like that by a 2nd, 3rd-string pass rusher, man. But the O-line was not great. It was up and down, but it wasn't great. The running back situation, man. DeAndre Swift had a nice run in the first quarter, like a 22-yarder. Rashad Penny, led us in rushing. He had some decent runs. Trey Sermon ran the ball really, really hard. Now, I think Sermon will eventually be the odd man out. You know, maybe we could hold him again on the practice squad, but you know, Eagles are very, very deep at running back. Sermon ran the ball really well. The wide receivers, you know, Tyree Cleveland looked pretty good out there. I think he had like 5 for 68 or something like that. Hazelback, or whatever you say his name, he made a couple of really nice plays. Number 86, man, I'm not even gonna try to say dude's name, but he had a catch or two. He pushed off on one play, unfortunately, and he misjudged. Like he stepped out of bounds on a 4th down play in the back of the end zone. And Greg Ward, Mr. Old Faithful, who we forget that's even affiliated with this organization. It's crazy that Greg Ward in 2019 was our leading receiver going into a playoff run, man. It's crazy the way how things kind of change. You know, and he was pretty reliable in the return game as well. You know, defensively, D-line, man, Jalen Carter, 1 play, 1 impact, and that's it, man. Dude just blasted through the Ravens O-line and got Johnson, you know, nearly got a sack on Josh Johnson. Dude's going to be amazing, man. You know, besides the other rookie, Ogawale or whatever, he showed some flashes. You know, other than that, though, man, not really much pressure, man. Nolan Smith got close a couple of times, but he didn't get home, man. Over the next couple of preseason games, I want to at least see him get a sack or so. The linebacking crew, man, had a lot of breakdowns in the middle of the field, was wide open. I don't know if that was them not knowing their assignments or not covering their guy, or, you know, just the scheme in itself, but it was a lot of, the middle of the field was wide open a lot, including with the game still in doubt. You know, the Ravens quarterback ran right up the middle of the field for a 1st down, you know, basically to seal the game. So that obviously needs to improve and needs to improve swiftly. You know, but N'Kobe Dean and them wasn't out there, so we'll see. The safety position, Evans had a bad penalty, but he flew around, you know, put some lumber on some guys out there, really made some nice hits. Edmonds got out there, didn't really make too much of an impact. You know, and Sidney Brown, man, our 3rd round rookie, I like him. He flies around, man, and he's a missile out there. The only thing with him, you know, he got to learn more of where he needs to be, I feel like, and with him, I would do a lot of try to get him to recognize play recognition. You know, like how Palomalo, they was talking about Palomalo. What was so great about Palomalo was not only was he a missile, but he was very cerebral at looking at formations and knowing what was coming, to where he had he was comfortable to jump routes, or he was comfortable to blitz, to have a timely blitz. You know, once Sidney Brown learns that aspect of football, where he could recognize play recognition, like, oh, okay, they're gonna try to go there, like let me go over there. Oh, they're gonna try to run here, let me run that. Once he get all that down pack, man, he gonna be a dynamic safety, because dude is everywhere. Like, he's flying around, hitting people. You know, he's everywhere. He got great range, man. I'm excited to see his development. But you know, Jake Elliott hit one, missed one. Sipar still isn't any good. You know, the backup punter actually had a nice punt, and we ended up getting a turnover on that play. So that's special teams for you. But to me, what I want to talk about, man, the deepest part of this Philadelphia Eagles team that I realized tonight is the cornerback spot. Eagles are deep, man. Eagles gonna have to make some tough decisions on who gonna make this team and who they gonna try to keep. I feel like whoever they try to keep on the practice squad, we may not be able to keep them. We of course know that we got Darius Slade, James Bradbury as our outside starting corners, and Avonte Maddox in the slot. After that, man, we got like a deep room, yo. You talk about Josh Jobe, who's in his 2nd year. You know, Greedy Williams, who's a veteran, been around for a little while. Eli Ricks, who had the pick 6 tonight, man. Look, this dude I'm an LSU guy. This dude was at LSU, and when he was at LSU, he was supposed to be a projected 1st round pick going into this season. He was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Decided to go to Alabama, and it didn't work. It was a terrible decision, you know, on his part as far as his draft stock and all that. But dude could play, man. Like you can see tonight, he could cover. He gets the pick six. The only thing with him, he gonna have to calm down a little bit. He get into these receivers' faces a little too much, and refs gonna start throwing penalties on that for unsportsmanlike conduct. But he could play. Mckee Gardner, former Raging Cajun and LSU Tiger. You know, he looked decent out there. You know, with good coverage. Keely Ringo, man, another guy that could fly around, just an athletic freak of a cornerback. Him and Gardner got beat on some really nice back shoulder throws and catches, but overall they was in position, had good coverage. You know, Zach McPherson, you know, Scott and all them was out there. It's gonna be a real tough decision on who to keep and who to let go at cornerback once we get past our starters. We got a lot of young talent out there. And look, man, Howie did a good job with this team again. Despite what we lost, despite, you know, despite what we lost, basically, he's put a good team together. Linebacker core, we're gonna have to kind of see that kind of play out a little bit. You know, the safeties I feel like are gonna be okay, and the corners gonna be good. We solid across the board, man. I really feel like we are, and you got to give a lot of credit that to Howie. Nice game tonight, good entertaining game, a lot of fun. Man, looking forward to when we play the Cleveland Browns, man. And most importantly, looking forward to this season. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.